say about 8 years ago, I started noticing it in pictures, and every year it got progressively worse. And the last couple years have just been ridiculous.
Cheryl is 57. Yesterday we did for her a deep neck lift, deep plane facelift, brow lift, upper and lower blepharoplasty, a little bit of lip lift, some fat transfer, tiny bit of lip filler to create some shapes, and a full face laser resurfacing. And she had a bad night. So tell us about your bad night.
I did. I didn't sleep at all. I had throbbing pain really bad through here, sore throat, just sore when I swallowed. I just really just was kind of miserable, to be honest with you. And I was saying earlier, I probably should have taken a pain pill, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to chance the nausea because I get upset stomach easy. But in retrospect, I probably should have taken it.
Sure.
And I probably would have felt better.
So we have non-narcotic pain pills that we give everybody, Celebrex and Tylenol. And for most people, that's enough. But for some, that first night especially, and especially with the brow lift, if something's going to be an issue, it's the headache from the brow lift. I'd say maybe a third of the patients will take a real pain pill the first evening. And that maybe should have been you.
Yeah,
but I get sick with pain pills too. So I understand and respect your decision. I'd rather have pain than run the risk of getting nausea and throwing up.
Exactly.
The good news is today is going to be dramatically better. Yeah. One, because the drain is gone, that helps. But two, every hour is 1 hour farther away from the injury of surgery. It's going to get dramatically better today.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I already feel a little bit better since they took the drain out.
Good. So Cheryl told me at her consultation and again yesterday, she said, I don't want you to turn it to 10. If it's 10, I want you to go 12. If it's 12, I want you to go 14. And what I mean by that is you were telling me you wanted the maximum change I could create. Is that right?
Yes.
But still look normal.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So tell me what areas bothered you the most and what really drove you in here.
Yeah, so I didn't recognize myself in the mirror anymore. And I'd say about 8 years ago, I started noticing it in pictures. And every year it got progressively worse. And the last couple years have just been ridiculous. I feel like I've been aging like Benjamin. What's that guy?
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Like hourly, daily.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And just my face just falling. My lip fell so far. My forehead was so much. Is it fallen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I looked in the mirror just now. I got to see the side angle for the first time.
Turn this way. Let's let them see it. Either way, that's fine.
I can't even believe the difference. Like, this is my 30-year-old jaw.
Turn back towards me so they don't accuse me of only showing me your good side, because they're both good sides at this point. So you're going to get everything you asked for.
I did. Thank you.
You're welcome. She was obviously beautiful to begin with. I would even classify at 57. Usually I'd call that kind of facelift territory. I'd say you're even early maintenance facelift because you were not all that loose, but you're still going to see a dramatic improvement. Just in the fit, everything will look sharp and crisp again, even though you weren't super loose and hanging.
Well, I thought I was.
Yeah, well, you're hard on yourself. Thank you for letting people see. Thanks for being honest about your first rough night, because it's important we show those too, because that way the next time someone has a rough night, they know they're not alone. So it's okay, and you're going to be dramatically better today.
Thank you, Dr. Nyack.
You're welcome. Thank
you. I feel okay now.
We are the third day after surgery with Cheryl. How are you?
I'm much better.
Much better. We beat Cheryl up. We did a deep neck lift, deep plane facelift, lip lift, tiny bit of lip filler just to create a little kind of edge and structure. You want your philtral columns and your edges sharpened a little bit, Cupid's bow, I remember. Brow lift, lower blepharoplasty, a little bit of fat transfer, and a full face laser resurfacing. And your first night was terrible.
It was. Yeah. It was really hard. So, a lot harder.
I know we told them on the first video, but I'd like you to go into a little more detail.
Yeah.
About your first night.
It was really, really, really hard. I did not think it was going to be that hard at all. I knew you had your job to do, and I had a job to do to get ready my body. I wanted to be prepared emotionally, mentally, physically strong with my diet, and so that I could heal properly. And I really thought that it would make this be a breeze, but it didn't. My first 24
more of a hurricane than a breeze.
My first 24 hours was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I've gotten a little bit better every day since, and I feel okay now.
Yeah. It's so funny. So I cannot tell you how many people. First, you need averages. Average is for what she had done. The average person, I'd say 80% of them don't take any narcotic pain pills. They'll take the Celebrex and Tylenol and no true pain pills. It doesn't mean they don't have pain, but it's not enough to. 1 out of 4 or 5 will take a true pain pill the first night, and 1 out of 20 or 30 will have a night like Cheryl's. But what's funny is the people that do have a bad night, they'll go, I must be the only patient. I don't remember any other patient that ever had a really terrible first night. And so I'll say, well, go back and look through. And people are charitable with their memories. They forget these videos. So that's why I'm kind of harping on this a little bit, is so that for you guys in the future, or even with other doctors, you have a bad first night one night, remember, they do happen. And I don't know why. It's not because you didn't do your job.
I did my job.
Yeah. And I have other people that didn't do their job. They're not quite as healthy, not quite as proactive, and they sail through it. Right.
Yeah.
So I can't fully explain it, but it gets better, thankfully.
Yeah.
And your result, face me.
Incredible.
Your result is going to become a little closer to me. Absolutely outstanding. There's nothing about this result. Let's just do a diagonal turn this way. And let's not get accused of a good side situation. Turn all the way around. There is nothing about this result that I look at and say, I wish it was a little better.
Me either.
We are day 7 with Cheryl. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Thank you.
I'm so proud of how Cheryl's turning out. Just 1 week ago, we did her deep neck lift, deep plane expanded facelift, lower blepharoplasty, some fat transfer just in general, brow lift, lip lift, full face laser resurfacing, and a touch of lip filler. Just been some little crispness around your edges. You were showing me a photo, which I'll put up here, saying that you feel like you resemble that photo. Tell me about it.
I do. So I feel like I have my face back. You gave me my face back from like my favorite age. My eyes are green again. You can actually see them. They're open. You shaped my lip beautifully. I feel young. I feel as young on the outside now as I do on the inside. And I'm just amazed at how much I've changed every day, how much progress we've made since day one. It's just been incredible to see the changes so fast. It's just been accelerating all these changes for the better. And I'm seeing my old self, and it's so fun. It's really fun.
I tell you, one, your jawline is like,
Yeah.
it's just insane. Yeah, it reminds me of the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just insane. But two, the other difference is how much brighter you are. Because if you haven't seen her day 1 video, you need to go back and watch it. She was miserable when they went just right. You say it was like one of the worst days of your life. What? Yeah. And now here she is at week 1, a whole different person.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to start calling you Dr. Magic Mike.
So
you do everything. Well, I don't know. You do everything. Like, you might be able to dance and we just don't know it. So, but I'm like to say that you do the drum. So I found out on this time that I got to know Dr. Nyack that he does all his own social media, and I once fell over. I just can't believe that you take the time to do all of this and make people so happy. And I'm so happy. I can't smile. I may not look as happy as I am beaming inside. Like, I feel this sunshine beam inside, but I can't really express it because I still can't really smile. Although the lymphatic drainage actually loosened up the tightness a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just beaming. I'm so happy right now. And you being, because you make people happy, which is so fun to see. You love making people happy.
And we leverage by our satisfaction, because it's not like a cardiologist where if you go by the heart attack, it was a success, or like a general surgeon where you appendectomy, you save the patient, they're no longer infected, success. For us, it's entirely subjective.
Yeah.
Did we get the patients happy as we could? Like, that's really subjective. Turn this way. Let's see why you are as crazy happy as you deserve to be. Actually, let's do a 3/4 turn line kind of there. So I think 3/4 is a nice. You can see the cheek shape, the jaw shape, the neck shape, the brow shape, kind of all in one fell swoop. Let's do the other 3/4 so I don't get accused of playing favorites on sides. You can see her lasers totally field here. And as always, it takes the longest to peel is around the edges, kind of up around the forehead and temple. Let's show you the profile. Sin line's looking fantastic. When she's healed, she'll be able to wear her hair up with no trace. And she was also lucky in that I got to stop her incision line real short. So, and tried to stop the temple incision as short as possible and avoid as much of the rise in temple incision. You'll sometimes see in results that go all the way up into this area and they're really hard to camouflage. So we try to avoid that at all possible. Anything else you want them to know about your 1 week check-in?
Gosh, the room I'm staying in is almost like a penthouse suite. I've got a beautiful, gorgeous view of Shaw Park. It's really, really pretty and bright, which has really helped the recovery process as well. I have like an apartment.
Yeah, it helps that mental energy feel like windows is something green to look at as opposed to a nicer hotel, but it's dark and small and there's no kitchen and no space. So
Yeah, definitely. And I never had the emotional low or pothole. Maybe we'll go on. Not the story today. That was it. I had it on day one, and you were right. You called it. You said, I think you're in your pothole now. And that was day one. And I have not had anything like that since. I've been so happy.
thank God, willing to be happy from here on out. And you will be. You're a happy person. Yeah, thank you.
You are superhuman. So 10 days ago, Cheryl had a deep neck lift, deep plane extended facelift, lip lift, lower blepharoplasty, brow lift, little sprinkle of fat transfer, and just a little bit of Restylane filler to create a little bit outline, shape, crispness to the edges of her lips, cupid bow, philtral columns, that kind of thing. You started with the worst day ever. Your first day was terrible.
Yes,
And now look at you.
I know. We've come a long way for sure.
I think you look absolutely incredible.
Me too. I'm super excited. Yeah.
How are you feeling? This stream of consciousness. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. I feel really good. I each day have gotten a little bit better. I started off really low and just climbed that mountain, and I really feel good. Thank you. I do.
I'm sad that you had that bad day, but bad day followed by kind of a low energy day. But I'm actually really grateful that that you're letting us show that whole thing, because other people will know that that's normal, and other people,
Yeah.
if they have a bad day, will then think back to Cheryl's day 10,
Yep.
where you look like you walked out of a facial at a spa
Yeah.
and just glowing and happy.
Yeah.
And know that that initial bad start doesn't mean you have a bad ending.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can say whether you started easy or started hard doesn't mean that you can't have a great day 10 and go home in good spirits. looking good.
Exactly. You remember what you said to me right before we walked into surgery?
I say all kinds of stupid
I
things. What,
know.
which stupid thing you talking
You
about?
said, I'll give you everything I have.
Yeah.
And that moment, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And then you delivered. You did. You gave me everything I asked for. So
Well,
thank you so much.
I probably said something along the lines of, I'll give you my best work, or I'll, and this is all true. Like, I can't guarantee a result. No surgeon can guarantee a result. No surgeon can guarantee happiness. I can guarantee I'm going to give you my absolute best efforts. That's probably what I said. I'll give you my absolute best efforts and do my absolute best for you.
And you did.
Morning of surgery, we were talking about, she's got a friend consulting with me a couple days from now. It's a little bit of a trust thing, because most of our patients, Cheryl did her consultation in person a while back, but one, there's often a big gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then two, a lot of our patients, the majority now, do their Zoom consultation instead of an in-person consultation. And then it's a year plus.
Mm-hmm.
And then we meet for the first time the morning of surgery.
That's right.
And we reconfirm the plans, make any fine-tuning adjustments. And there's a real trust that goes into that.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen to your surgeon. And I knew to listen to you, and I trusted you. And I was even saying, gosh, Dr. Nyack, maybe we should, do my upper bleph. It's really falling. And you looked at me and I said, it's changed so much just in the year and a half that I've seen you. And you said, no, you don't need it. And if we did that, you wouldn't be able to close your eyes.
Yeah.
So trust your surgeon, and yeah, you did exactly what I needed. And I know you're probably going to ask, what's your favorite part? And I'll just go ahead and say, everything is my favorite part. Having you do the trust me, the Omakase is my favorite part, because you gave me exactly what I needed, and I don't look funny, but you did what I needed.
Thank you.
And I trusted you. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So that morning of surgery is it can be. Most people are surprisingly calm when they come
Mhm.
in, but just know that I do one facelift a day. I'm not doing 2 or 3 a day. So even if it's been a while since our consultation, the consultation was Zoom. We're seeing you in the morning of surgery. We have plenty of time to reconnect. We have plenty of time to confirm if the plan remains unchanged
Mhm.
or if there's some minor change to be made to the plan, and it all works out. So,
Yeah.
and you're a shining example of that.
Yeah.
Turn and face me. I want them to see what you look like. I got nothing. I mean, this is as good as it gets. She's got tiny bits of bruising that really weren't even there a couple days ago.
Right?
They're just starting to
Yeah.
evidence. Turn the other way. Same thing on this side. There's like nothing to nitpick. Little bits of swelling in the skin. This is totally normal. It's like when you get your fingers waterlogged and they get a little wrinkled. The swelling in the skin, people often ask, will that go away? Yes, that goes away. Turn 3/4. Let's go this direction. Maybe a little bit of laser peel left to go, just tiny dots here and there, but your peel pretty much finished up yesterday. So
Yeah,
you're
it was
good to
really
go.
quick. It was really quick, which
Good.
I normally don't peel quick. So
Yeah, good. And then she's actually going to come back around 3 months and 6 months
Yes.
and a year,
I'm committed.
and you will be able to see Cheryl in the same photos, same lighting, same everything at 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And she's even going to hopefully send us a couple of updates in between. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you, Dr. Nyack. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
I appreciate your partnership.
I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon so you can see my future content.